For me, I need to go to somewhere very calm and quiet to reflect. And I'm finding it more and more difficult to find those places. Wherever I go, it's been met already by people that have left a trail behind them of litter or rubbish. They pollute the place. They leave cans. They play music. Also building roads close to very spiritual places or discotheques or other things. It ruins the place. You can't go there anymore. It almost seems to tourism sometimes that all of these very special places are being advertised, and then the more people that go, the less strength they have. They're sort of being inundated with different energies which dissipate the pure energy that was there in the first place, and then it's very difficult to connect to the energy, if at all. And some of these places have been absolutely ruined and destroyed. I don't like telling people where I go, and I don't like telling people good places, because part of the journey is actually finding those places, because the process that you go through to find the place is actually you going through your spiritual development, and then when you get to the place you can then go and carry on the second part of it. So I'm sitting here and it's beautiful plants, beautiful caves, beautiful sun, beautiful trees, and in the background is whirring of trucks, horns, buses, ambulances, sirens, and you can't think, you can't reflect. The whole place has been disturbed. Humans are not supposed to be in small office blocks and small houses. They're supposed to be in the open. That's where we were created from. 20, 40, 50, 100,000 years ago, we weren't born in houses. We were born in landscape. We were born in the countryside. But in the past, when you had small villages or cities, the countryside was surrounding them. You didn't have to walk very far to get somewhere, and they weren't polluted, and they didn't have the stress and the noise that they do now. You work all week, and then at the weekend you then try to get out of that mentality by drinking yourself to oblivion, or you go and have sex. You try to do something to take yourself away from the strains that or the confines that you live in within the society and the cities, and that's unhealthy living. The country, it frees you up. The country, it gives you space, it gives you a place to breathe. It has colours which affect you emotionally. It has forms which are natural. In the city, everything's square, everything's boxed, everything's rectangular, everything's got a straight line. Nature doesn't have straight lines. The earth is curved, the horizon is curved, space is curved. Shapes and forms have an emotional impact on you, just as colour does. So the city that we live in is going to impact you on certain levels of your emotional being. In the past, buildings used pi, 3.141596, and they used sacred ratios, and they used golden sections. And these numbers come from nature, Fibonacci, they come from nature. You find them in plants. And they use those equations to create proportions in the buildings, so that there was some type of connection to nature through architecture. If you look at past architecture, it's very beautiful. We don't build anything like that anymore. We only build practical places. We don't build beauty. Beauty's not important. Pragmatism's important. With modernism, postmodernism, they got rid of beauty. Beauty is something for luxury. Beauty is something for rich people. No, beauty is for everyone. If you go to nature, nature's beautiful, and everyone has a right to go to nature, but we've been programmed within the system not to go to nature, not to go and look at beautiful things, because they know beauty affects us. They know that there's something about beauty which resonates with us. We give beautiful things to women, to wane them, to swoon, to touch them somewhere. Why? Because women or humans understand beautiful things are beautiful, and beauty touches you at a soul level. If beauty is so important, why don't we build beautiful buildings? Because it costs money, but your mental health also costs money as well. Why is it that people always want to go to beautiful cities for vacation? Why can't they go and build their own beautiful city in their backyard? Because it's not important. When did beauty in buildings not become important? Because of money. But money, saving the money, is creating illness. Your emotional state changes when you see something beautiful. Whenever you see a beautiful person, a beautiful woman or a beautiful man, your eyes dilate. So why can't we have beautiful buildings? What's wrong with beautiful buildings? The architects, they don't build beautiful buildings anymore because they normally don't study the age of beautiful buildings. They start from something like 1945, I think, modernism or postmodernism. Beauty is not important to them. Architects are building our prison. Architects are people that are making us ill. You go to university for how many years to be an architect? 7 years or something? The same as a doctor. And they come out building terrible constructions. Things that are too small. Things that are supposed to make us happy or are supposed to make us manage this difficult life. But all they're doing is they're helping us cope with a system that's ill and corrupt. They're not actually trying to change the system or make the system better. They're actually slaves of the system. In the past, architects could draw. They used to draw nudes. They would have an ability to sketch. Architects can't sketch or draw anymore. All they know is how to use a computer. Computers don't create creativity. Computers are a tool for you to help manifest creativity. But the act of drawing is very important because being able to draw changes certain things in your head. It changes the way that you perceive the world. It helps you progress emotionally. It helps you to refine certain qualities. It helps you to pick out of nature certain shapes and forms that can then influence your work because they have a particular vibrancy or frequency with you. You connect with them.